sequence I found very difficult, which is the school bus scene from the graveyard chapter of Billstown, and we're
There's
going to
a
get
bunch
into
of
it.
them up
If you've
there,
been in this
trying not to make a
before,
sound.
I'm playing on grounded mode, and it's almost laughable when I go back and I look at what other people are doing and the tricks and tips they need to survive this when they're not in grounded mode, because uh, grounded mode is just impossibly difficult versus anything else. So the first thing, it's relatively easy to come through here. You wait until this character over the left has moved away. You sneak up on this lady. It's pretty basic. A lot of this I just have down by rote.
Oh man.
It's easy to just methodically remove all these guys. You move back over here to the behind the wall. They don't see you. This big guy does not see you. You wait for him to turn around. Again, sneak up behind him. You take them out one by one. The big thing too, though, is you're hoping that they are going to leave you some ammunition, because if they don't, in grounded mode, you are really in trouble, because at this point of the story, I have almost nothing in my pockets. Well, the problem with this is that once you do this, now you've got, they're all going to come out of the woodwork. I usually try to get rid of her fairly quietly, but that's not going to work. So. Actually, this is, while that's not the way I usually do it, I usually do it a lot more quietly than that. This was effective in basically cleaning them all out, so we can move to the more difficult part of the sequence, which is as we go around the buses and try to escape this area. Now, there were some more cartridges here, which I'm going to need. I haven't played it in a couple weeks. Well, I'm rusty on the controls. So the thing here in grounded mode is that you can see I've basically got nothing. I've got no bomb. I've got this health kit. I don't know how my health is at this point, but I'm going to choose to just save that, because if you are at 90% health and then you use your health kit, you can't come back and use it again. I've got my arrows, which is cool. I got three shots here with a pistol and 2 shots with a rifle, which I'm going to need. And now that I've dispatched with all those characters, there's nobody else waiting for me. There usually is a guy over here kind of hanging around, and the minute he hears a lot of noise, he comes climbing over those buses to get me. So now this is the next area that just is really very, very difficult. And if you're playing on grounded or any of the other lower levels, the shocker is that once you get beyond this spot here, these guys come at you very quickly, and you are put in a position of trying to save your associates while taking care of the mess you created. And now there are, I think, two or three that come at from the right, and it's basically the minute you pass that bus on the right, the end of that bus on the right, they are dispatched and they start making all kinds of growling noise and chasing after you. If you run way to the left, there are 2 more guys. They come from further away. You have a little bit more time to get them while the guys on the right attack your friends. But we're going to try another strategy here today that I've seen online that may prove effective, which is to dispatch a few of them, and then try to climb up on a bus, which is a way to only be attacked by one person at a time. So we have the rifle in our hand, and we're going to try to get rid of two of these guys. Is it a rifle or a shotgun? I think it's just basically a rifle. That's why he doesn't. Why it doesn't always work effectively. So let's try this once where we go straight through and try to get rid of the guys on the right first, and then we're going to run backwards, escape the area, and come back and see if we can draw them out. So here's where the sound comes.
Ellie, run!
Oh, they're coming from everywhere!
Now we're just going to get out of here and let her deal with that for a few minutes. You gotta run, get away from them.
Stick with me!
So I'm not actually following the strategy that I said I was going to do, but if you lead them out of there, and then there's only one of them coming at a time.
Get off!
All right, now
That was easier than I thought it'd be.
I think that's just clean up.
They must be holed up somewhere else.
Well, let's not test our luck. How do we get inside?
So now we just need to. So that's going to be my go-to strategy, I think, in the future with this, because it worked out so well, is to drag them out and then just let them chase you all over for a while. There's three. What is that? It's the X, I guess it picks it up. Okay. So if we did get a bunch of cartridges here, oh man, we get. Okay, it's the triangle. It's funny how you forget the basic functions here. I think we've got all of it, right? Just want to double check because I don't want to leave anything. When you're playing in grounded mode, you do not want to leave anything behind. So the next thing is that once you get beyond these buses and these people come going crazy for you, there's another section here. What we're going to do is get Ellie to pull the ladder down from this bus. But then there are these other characters. No, this is important. This is what one strategy told me to do, which is to climb up here when the guys come after you and fend off attackers from up here, because they can only get up here one at a time, and you can pretty much hit them 2 times and then kick them off. But we've already gotten through this, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to help Ellie up with this ladder. Now the thing after this is the scene where I think everybody thinks home free. You've got you're beyond a checkpoint here, what seems to be a checkpoint. But if you don't survive the next onslaught of zombies that try to catch you, you have to start all the way over back at the beginning of this bus yard scene. And you can spend, I mean, hours and hours, days and days, weeks and weeks, I have, in grounded mode, just trying to get back here so you can do this again. So an important thing is that once you're up here with Bill and Ellie, they're going to go over here to the end behind that truck or that tent-like structure there, and he's got a way to get out of there. Meanwhile, the zombies are going to come from God knows where, somewhere in there, and they're going to they're going to stick close to this barbed wire fencing. If you have bullets here, you can shoot a lot of them so they can't get at you, and that's what we're going to do, because there's no way you can run and follow Bill and Ellie fast enough to that window and get through the window before they kill you. You've got to kill a bunch of them right here, or you are not going to make it. So important is to get all that ammo, have a lot of ammo in hand. You're going to need to have real clear shots with the rifle, not with a pistol, on these zombies that are going to come at you through this fence right down here. So there's no sense in even following them. Just jump off, and now just wait for them to come, because you might as well just be right there. Okay? So they come very quickly. You got a guy right here. I don't know why he should have. But this one. Oh, see. Okay, so we get to do it again.
There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
But it's kind of interesting that the shotgun, when the guy is coming through the fence, doesn't really work. Okay, important to let that guy turn to the left. No. Well, I screwed that up. All right. Like the last time, probably it's faster if we just get this through the sequence since we know what we're doing.
I got
There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
You can be very lulled because you've done this so many times into doing it too quickly, and you see what happens. They just come at you. So you got to wait for that guy to go to the left, and then for her to come through there, and she's going to turn around.
No! No! Could use some help here!
Wait too long, then Ellie gets it. All right, well, we're not really doing our best job here.
There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
Why I've kind of let this. I've never gone this far toward her. I feel like I'm running behind here in my schedule. But I've tried everything. I've tried shooting them with arrows. It's really far better to try to methodically pick them off one by one. Now, since we've missed this guy coming through here once, it almost feels like we should wait. Maybe we could take him out from a... He'll come up to us, and then he'll turn around, and then we can take him on. That's good. So, and I think she'll just come right back on her appointed rounds as well. Let's see her. It's a lot easier if you just do this methodically, because you don't have to, you certainly have to have a little patience and wait through it all, but alright, well, I've never really figured out the trick to how you can avoid her.
I got it!
It's almost always, except when Ellie's really under attack, it's almost always better to try to give yourself just a little bit more time. I don't know why at this level Phil never seems to go. Oh, seriously?
There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
This feels like it's going to be a video in need of editing. You watch all my fails.
Boom. Just like that.
Though, I guess you can always say it is invigorating. Those fighting sequences always feel like they're real fighting sequences. I don't think I've ever had this guy turn around on me. He's pretty predictable. This lady, however, she seems to, like, half the time I get her, half the time I don't. I think it's a matter of waiting. If you try to attack her too fast, you need to really get behind her so she can't. That is really a long time to spend doing that. I don't know why I always kind of go back into this corner. Always feels like a kind of a wise way to do it. See, there are 3 over there. Either 2 or there are 3. You better trying to drive them apart and take on one at a time. I think there's still 2 over there. There are 2 there or 1? No, see? The minute you see that there are 2, you got to get out of there and
There's a bunch
pull
of them
back.
up there. Try not to make a sound.
So you wait for him to go. Surprise, surprise.
Just like that.
Just like that. We don't seem to be. I have kind of done this before where you just don't want to get two at once, so if you can get him
Allie,
separated.
come on!
I feel like we were short one guy there, but we missed one. Pick up her. See, so we got two. We got two shots again. So I guess we're back in that same position. So maybe I'll try this what I read in this book and try this way this strategy here.
Allie, run!
Just run all this way. Now we're gonna go up. Let's see if this works. This doesn't seem to do any good, does it? Maybe they'll just end up fighting them all off for me. He's already killed one of them. How many more? It's actually kind of funny to watch, isn't it? Just let him take care of them for you. We wasted all of our bullets. We wasted our bottle. Is there just one of them left? And I guess we can go over there and help, huh?
Well, that was easier than I thought it'd be. They must be holed up somewhere else.
Well, Let's not test our luck. How do we get inside?
Well,
Someone left a ladder on the bus. Here, get me
that
up
was
there and I'll drop
dumb.
it to you.
We don't have any more bullets. Man.
Don't get killed up there.
Thanks, Bill.
I got nothing.
We're okay. We just need to get to the hood of the truck. Shit, you hear that? They're coming. Move it, kid. All right, we're gonna get in quick. We're gonna get the battery. We're gonna get the hell out of here.
Look! They're piling on this fence over here! Not gonna hold!
And we're all the way back
A
to
bunch
here.
of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
Really?
There's a
Well, I think that's good enough for me since I've kind of messed this up. I'm going to take a little bit of a reassessment and try it again.